there, everybody. If you're thinking about moving to Orlando, Florida, and you want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly, well, stick around because on today's video, we're going to talk about the 10 reasons why you should not move to Orlando or Central Florida. And we're getting to it right now. My name is June Kranick, and on this channel, we do videos every single week of what it's like to live, what it's like to work, what it's like to commute, all things related to Orlando, Florida. So if that's the information that you want and need, well then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and click the bell below so that you're notified every time we do a new video. We have people calling us every single day, and my team and myself, we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving to Orlando or Central Florida, then send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida. So today we're going to be discussing the top 10 reasons why you absolutely should not move to Orlando, Florida. And we're gonna start at number 10, and we're gonna hit number 1, so you wanna stick around for the whole video so you can hear the reason why you absolutely shouldn't even consider it. So coming in at number 10 is the population. Wow. People are moving to Orlando, Florida at such a rapid rate, it's kind of a little scary. It is becoming overpopulated, to be fair. I've been living here for over 30 years, and the difference is kind of mind-boggling. There are homes going up absolutely everywhere, tearing the trees down. And I know that I'm in the relocation business, and I'm very grateful for people moving here. But if you do not like crowds, if you do not like lines, don't move to Orlando, Florida, because it's everywhere. It's kind of fascinating that Monday through Friday, the grocery store is just as busy as the weekend. So it's really something to consider, especially if you're from a rural area and you're used to no stoplights and stuff like that. This place will make you crazy. Now, to be fair, also, there's a lot to do because it is such a large metropolitan area. But again, it comes in at number 10, overpopulation. Coming in at number 9, toll roads. You know, we don't have state tax, which is such a blessing. I always have said that when I moved up to Washington, D.C., I had no idea of the additional cost because I made a little more, but I spent it. And that's why I'm very passionate about relocation, because I didn't know all the nuances. I didn't know there was personal property tax. Well, I didn't even know what that was. I do now. But when you come here to Orlando, almost every major road is a toll road. So you just have to really factor that into your cost of living. The tolls are an average of, on the low, 50 cents, which is rare, usually $1 and $1 plus. There's only one road, major highway, that does not require money, but it depends on if you value your life. I'm only kidding. No, I'm not. I-4, which has been worked on for 30 years. It's been in construction as long as I've been here. It is the only road that doesn't have a toll. And there's a reason for that. Just kidding. Anyway, that's why it's number 9, toll roads. Number 8 is the traffic. We did get spoiled during COVID, and not that COVID has been a good thing in any way, shape, or form. COVID hit Orlando big time because, of course, theme parks and tourism and all that stuff. So we got kind of used to the roads not being so busy. It's like, it's not so bad traveling around Orlando. And then mask mandates lifted, and then people started coming back to Orlando, and then people started going back to the office to work, and wow, the roads are busy. The traffic here, now again, I always say, if you're from LA, this is a dream come true. If you're from DC, this is a dream come true. So, but if you're not, and you're not accustomed to I-4 traffic, bumper to bumper, 3 o'clock till 7 o'clock, that kind of stuff, there is a lot of traffic. You do learn to navigate. You do learn to go, when to go and how to go and if to go. But I will say that the traffic here is intense. There are times of years, there's a time of year when tourism is the hottest. And of course, the summertime is one of the busiest times for tourism. And the traffic really shows that. So that's why it comes in at number 8. Reasons why you shouldn't move to Orlando is the traffic. Coming at number 7, it's so spread out. It's from one place to another. If I go to drive from here to Altamont, it's at least a 45-minute drive. And sometimes a doctor's visit is what in Altamont. It's spread out. It is, I don't even know, I should have looked at the square miles of Orlando, but it's not just Orlando, it's the Central Florida area. It is vast. And because of the population, it keeps growing out, kind of like Atlanta has grown out. And it keeps getting farther and farther out to accompany all the people moving here. So if you do like a quaint, quiet area, this is not going to be for you. So that's why it comes in at number 7, because it's so spread out. Number 6 is the theme parks. Many people, please don't shoot the messenger again. As a child, I was so excited to go to Disney World that I threw up on the way. I thought it was the greatest place ever. I went to Disney World over 50 times. I mean, that's where we had our, that's where we went. We went to Disney. I think though, sometimes when people come down here on vacation, that they're kind of in that dream world and that it's always like Disney World, but it's not. If you love the theme parks, then this is a great place, but don't think it's like the theme parks, because it's not. There's an ambiance when you walk into Disney or SeaWorld or Animal Kingdom or Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios. It's designed for that, but everyday living is not like the theme parks. And that's why it comes in at number 6. Number 5 is insurance cost. Our automobile car insurance, auto car insurance is one of the highest in the nation. It's maddening. You would think if you have no tickets and you're getting older and older and older that your premiums would go down. Not in Florida. We have one of the highest uninsured rates in the nation. 30% of our drivers here are uninsured, which is a little scary in and itself. But what that means is if you crash, you pay for it with someone who doesn't have insurance, because it's no fault state. Car insurance for a 16-year-old, a little scary. Between 16 to 21, God forbid they have a fender bender. My daughter had a fender bender. I mean, it was so minor. It wasn't even a bender. There was like nothing. And it was on her record for years, and it jacked up her car insurance so high. The other thing to consider too is home owners and home insurance. You absolutely must have hurricane included. If they don't have hurricanes, then add it, because that if it hits and your home does not have hurricane coverage, I don't even want to tell you what can happen there. It's the cost of replacing a roof or whatnot. So it does create a larger bill for your home insurance, but it is vital to get homeowners insurance. To get hurricane coverage. And I don't even get like a percentage. I like deductible. because I want to know how much I'm going to get. So that's why it comes in at number 5, insurance costs. Listen, if you're getting any value out of this video, well, do me a favor. Hit the like button and comment below and let us know what you want to see so we can get those videos out to you right away. Number 4 is the rising cost of living. Part of the thrill of living in Florida, besides the lovely beaches, and don't get me wrong, I love Florida. When I moved up to DC, I loved it for a little bit. And then reality slapped me in the face and I could not wait to come home. I was so homesick, I couldn't stand it. So I absolutely love Florida. So there's some good things and some not so good things. We just want to make sure that you know all the information. But part of the benefit of living in Florida was the cost of living was much lower. Not so much now. I mean, just to rent an apartment, you're lucky to get anything under $1,600 a month in an apartment complex. For like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, you're at $1,700, $1,800. It's really the cost of a mortgage. And the cost of a home keeps going up and going up and going up. You know, to find a home in the 200,000 range is a little bit of a stretch. And it makes it difficult in this day and age because everybody's trying to get the same home. So the cost of living keeps going up in Florida, but that leads me to number 3, and that is wages and salary. So the cost of living keeps going up, but do wages and salaries? Not so much. It's a little embarrassing how much some of the largest employers in this area will actually pay for their employees. You know, it's embarrassing, and I won't name any of them. Disney, who said that? I love Disney too. Disney is the reason why we're on the map, but they are not really known for paying that great. There's many places that don't pay what they should, considering the cost of living here. Now, on the flip side, and I will tell you this, there are some parts of living in Orlando and things in Orlando, like the vacation industry, where the wages and the salaries are way above the average. So there are some caveats to that. You can find some high paying jobs in this area if it's your skill set. But overall, the wages and salary are not what we would hope for. I have said this in another video. When I moved up to DC and I opened a site, they said, well, we're looking for some front desk girls. They're talking girls, like 18, 19. And they said the pay is only $20 an hour. And I'm like, $20 an hour? I couldn't believe it. Because in Florida, what? $20 an hour is like mid-level management. So it's something that we need to work on. And again, some of these tech companies coming in are paying crazy. Vacation industry pays crazy. And again, being an entrepreneur in this area is always a good idea because there's so much opportunity in this area. So coming in at number 2 is hurricanes. Hurricanes are no joke. Now, it depends on where you stand. Some people believe global warming is a real thing. Other people, not so much. So wherever you stand on that issue is none of my business. But what I can tell you is that there used to be a hurricane once every 10 years, maybe twice every 10 years. Now, we pretty much are prepared for it every single year. Let me pause, get my dog. Hurricanes, if you aren't from Florida, can be very, very scary. Of course, the weatherman makes sure that you're petrified. They're on 24 hours a day talking about this monsoon heading towards the peninsula of Florida. And sometimes it hits and most times it does not. I'm a little insensitive to it because I've grown up in this area and it's happened so many times. Now, Central Florida used to never get hit. And so I was definitely arrogant until Hurricane Charlie. Hurricane Charlie slapped me in the face and kind of woke me up. So Hurricane Charlie and then the other hurricane came like 2 weeks later, and we were out of power for weeks. It was a mess. They're a lot better about the power situation. That's why me personally, at this stage of my life, I wouldn't buy a home on the ocean pretty much for anything. I think that's a scary place to live. Hurricanes are not a joke. If you're super afraid of hurricanes, you will be petrified because they make sure of it. And it's the preparation. It's going to the store and there's no water, there's no lumber, there's no toilet paper because everybody buys everything, canned foods, everything. It's a mess. So hurricanes are definitely something to consider, and that's why it comes in at number 2. And the number 1 reason why you must or shouldn't, or at least really should consider moving to Orlando, Florida, is the heat. There's not too many people I know that say, I love being hot all the time. It is hot. It is standing on the sun hot. It is Africa hot. It is hot a lot. It is no breeze off the ocean, no breeze, hot. People buying black cars, I don't get it. Black. You could literally fry an egg and then some on the pavement. You can burn your feet walking on the pavement. I always say come down in August, spend a whole August here. And if it doesn't bother you, then come on down. And also, ladies, our hair, oh my gosh, the humidity, it's like blow dry, flat iron, all that stuff, walk out, forget about it. My 3 things I say to do is get a keratin treatment or give up or be happy with curly hair if you have it. If you do have it, lucky you. But anyway, back to the hot weather. It isn't for everybody. I mean, there are times when, there are people that come down to the theme parks from Wisconsin in July, standing out in the heat that pass out because it's so hot. And it's not hot for a couple months. It's hot about, I'll say reasonably 7 to 8 months. Now, people that are from upstate New York or Minnesota or whatever, that have been in the snow and are freezing their butts off year over year over year, this may sound like a dream come true. I know some people move down here and love it. Other people move down here and like, what was I thinking? So it's really something to consider. The hot weather is a lot. Now, I will say a couple things about the hot weather is that we don't have to have coats, maybe one jacket. We don't have to have galoshes. I had to get all that stuff. I had to buy a snow shovel. I didn't even know, I had none of that stuff. You don't have to have all that. And it is good for the skin. The humidity and the heat is better for the skin than the dry heat out west. And it's really something for you to consider because it is very, very hot. Now, I will say, when I moved up to DC and I would fly home, which I did about once every 2 months because I was so homesick, it was beautiful. I drove in the palm trees and the blue skies and the sun. It is lovely. I don't love the heat. I was outside my entire childhood. We went to the beach every weekend growing up. I was in the heat and the sun, and I don't do it anymore because skin cancer is something to really consider. You get a little tag here and there, got to get them removed. So I just kind of stay out of the hot weather or out of the heat. But many people love it. They love the beaches. They love, shorts and a tank top and the lifestyle. And it's the reason why people do move here. And it's also the reason why some people choose not to move here. So it is the number 1 reason why you should really consider not moving to Orlando, Florida. So today we were discussing the top 10 reasons why you absolutely shouldn't move to Orlando or Central Florida. But if that isn't really what you were looking for, it's not kind of what you need, Well, you gotta let us know. You gotta reach out and tell us what you're looking for. That's what we're here for. We're here to make your life easier. We are here to help you relocate to Orlando, Florida. So remember, send us a text, give us a call, send us an email, however you wish to connect, because we got you covered when it comes to moving to Orlando and Central Florida. And I'll see you on the next video.